Welcome back to Timoteo TV, and that's Mentoring Through Sports Network. Again, I'm Eric Moore here with Buddy Martinez, Leo Mota, and Chris Lahr, and we're back to predict the next second half of the game, starting back with the boys versus the Raiders, and we'll start with Chris.
This game is the game of the week, hands down.
Indeed.
Hands down. It's two undefeated teams. It's the only matchup we have this week of undefeated teams, right? They're both 1-0. The Raiders, they looked good last week. I mean, they're the real deal. And I want to say right now, I think Rob is the most underrated coach in the league. I don't know if he's ever gotten Coach of the Year, but I think he deserves it because the way they play, discipline on both sides of the ball, I think people just don't respect them. And I think it's time to respect the Raiders. I think they're real good. Now, the boys, they look good this week. They played the 49ers strong. They did give up a lot of points to a 49ers team with the quarterback playing on one leg. So I'm not sure yet. We're going to see this week what the boys are really about. And I think the Raiders, right now, Josh is undefeated as a quarterback. Right? Since he's taken over, he hasn't lost a game, and I don't think he's going to start losing this week. I have the Raiders winning this week 33-20 over the boys.
Wow.
That's brave. I like that. This is the week where Josh's streak comes to an end. You know, the boys put an end to that streak. Josh will finally know what it feels like to lose, you know, and hopefully he can rebound next week, but that's next week. The boys going to win this one 28-19, you know. Rob does put in a lot of work with those kids, you know, but, you know, when Leo Belichick, you know, wants to sit there and do something with his defense, you know, and put an end to a particular player, streak, records, whatever it is, even a loss in that columns for the team, he will do it. And this week, the boys come out on top, 28-19.
A lot of vanity over there. A lot of vanity over there.
Yeah, I mean, the Raiders, they played a tremendous game against the Panthers and put the Panthers, I believe, right back in their place. And the Raiders, I mean, Josh, you guys said it. Josh is 11-0 as quarterback. And he's found some new weapons this week. He was throwing it to Jeff and Lou, and then how about Big John over the middle?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That kind of fits.
That guy. Yeah, he's like two people there.
The Andre the
He's
Giant.
the new Dave in this league.
No, he's the new. I don't know what that kid eats, but listen, Raiders, they're not in the same class as the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to take this league to the next level. And the Raiders, you know, that championship team that they had last year was all good. And even if they had Frank back and some of their other players from last year, they still wouldn't be able to contend in this game. Randall and his group, I mean, they're tremendous. And they can't be beaten. And I was embarrassed the way they played last week, and I believe they're embarrassed. And they're going to come back this week, even though they got the win. They're going to come back and make a statement on the champions and win this game 50-20. Hands down. Not even close.
Wow, that's impressive. Hey, Leo.
Yes.
You're looking very good in that suit. And correct me if I'm wrong. You've been wearing ties, coordinating with the team that you're playing against.
Yeah, every team they win with the
and so far it's worked for you.
Yes.
So far it's worked for you. Just remember, you're playing the Panthers this year. You're playing the Panthers. All right, let's go to the 4 o'clock games. Well, the first game we have is the Packers versus the 49ers, and we'll start that off with Chris again.
This is unbelievable. One of these teams are going to be 0-2 to start the season. This is the first donut bowl that we have. Neither team is only teams that have a 0-1 going into this game. So this is the first donut bowl we have of the season. It's going to be a good game, right? But man, the Packers are a shell of their old selves. Without Christian Reyes, the defense, I don't know if they've ever given up. I mean, it take all season to give up 39 points, and they did it in one week. And so it depends on how healthy they can get. The 49ers, Felix, he's been injured as well. So if he gets better, I think both of these teams are going to be on the rise. But it's going to be a tough going 0-2 for one of these teams. I think the Packers are going to make the playoffs, but I also think they're going to start the season 0-2, sad to say. I think 49ers win a close one, 27-20 over the Pack.
Wow.
Going the complete opposite way. Not completely. I agree. The 49ers will win, but 35-18 is history in the making. You know, this will be the first time in history that the Packers give up 2 30-point-plus games in a season. And they will start the season off 0-2. That defense is really suffering, you know, without Christian, you know, the life of the Packers defense. And, you know, without their safety last year, you know, White Boy. So the Packers will struggle this year. I don't even know if Quad's playing this week. So, you know, they'd be lucky if they score 18 points with their backup quarterback, you know. So, yeah, 49ers win big, 35-18.
Yeah, the Packers, we definitely struggled this week. And we learned a lot of lessons in week 1 against the Eagles. and I believe we're going to do the best we can to correct all these mistakes. But yeah, we're struggling. Shane, he played a good first half, but just being an inexperienced quarterback, he wasn't able to put a whole game together. I believe if he's the quarterback this week, I believe he's going to be able to do it this week and play a more complete game. Kyler and Allen and Steve had tremendous games trying to carry the team, but it's just, we have to be able to shut these teams down. They're not able to score 39 points. If we're letting teams score 39 points, we're not going to be winning games this year. We had 2 rookies step up for us this week, Ryan and Brother B, and I believe they're going to be contributors again this week. And the 49ers, they got a new star in the league, Frank, man. He was going right at Quentin. Him and Quentin were going right at each other. I think they might have had 3 touchdowns each, but Frank looked unstoppable. And him and Felix have a nice little connection. If Felix's leg is hurting a little bit, that's where we're going to attack his leg. We're going to make a move. But the 49ers, they have a strong team, but I don't know if they can break the streak. We're undefeated against them. And I believe that we're going to win this game, and I got us winning 20-19 in an upset against the 49ers.
It's kind of hard to win when you got your quarterback, taking vacations, missing practice out there visiting Barack Obama. What is he, the Deshaun Jackson of this league? Team got workouts and he's over there on vacation.
Wow.
You need your quarterback at practice.
Well, maybe that was a blessing in disguise, going to visit the president. But what I wanted to say was, buddy, this is very uncharacteristic of Packer defense. You're known as the Buddy Ryan of Timoteo football, and today, last Saturday, it was a touchdown fest out there. So
listen, I was embarrassed. We're going to correct these mistakes.
All right. Well, let's go to the last 4:00 game, and that's the Colts and the Cardinals. And this game here, this is something that is either going to make Cornell or break Cornell, and we're going to start this out with Chris.
Yeah, so this is a good one. Colts are 1-0, Cards are 0-1 after the first week. Now, something folks may not realize, but the Cardinals are actually tied right now in the league with the most touchdown passes, with 6. That's unbelievable. They were so close to having 7, to being the absolute on-top leaders of the league. If they would have threw that last touchdown, they would have won. But with that, the Colts, they're looking strong. They came out much stronger than a lot of us thought. The thing was, when I looked at this game, it was a toss-up. I'm almost like flipping coins. And then I thought, you know what? It's going to be the Cards. The Cards are looking good. They're doing this and that. But then I thought I saw this. Show this again. This sign right here. I'm losing 2-4, and they have 4-2, 4-2. And the reason why is because the Cardinals dropped the freaking ball. If they catch the ball, we're all 3-3. That's right. So I can't pick the Cards again because you know what? They hurt my record. So I have to pick the Colts, and I will continually pick against the Cards until they show me otherwise. I got the Colts 25, Cardinals 20.
I got Cardinals winning this one 30-21. I believe last week every team that scored 30.1. And I think this week is going to be the same way. Almost every team that scored at least 30 will win. Cards are going to win this one. I just don't think the Colts, they're not ready, man. The Cardinals are still hungry from last week. They're suffering. They wide open touchdown. I still can't get over it. Killing me. Chris can't even get over it. That's not even his team. But I'm pretty sure Cornell is over there stressing. And, his boys are ready to come back this week and bounce back, from a game that could have went either way. So the Cards are going to come out on top. And that will be 6-0 thanks to this game. This week with my predictions. Remember it.
Yeah, we got a little stat correction here. Hassan, quarterback from the Cardinals, actually threw 5 touchdown passes because the stat keeper actually counted the last one that he threw to his receiver that he dropped. So he actually has 5 touchdown passes, but he should have 6. And the Cardinals, I don't know what we were going to expect last week from the Cardinals. And they definitely showed some fight against the Vikings. You had Eddie and Big Sam at receivers doing some big things. But again, that's another team that they have to be able to get their defense together. And if they can't do that, they're going to suffer. The Colts, he has 3 receivers that he likes to hit, Stephen Knight, and that's Raheem, Sharif, and Lauren, who combined for 28 catches and 3 touchdowns. Wow. So if they can key in on these receivers, I believe the Cardinals have a shot. Now, we all know this is not going to be no defensive matchup. This is going to be a high-scoring game. And in this game, I got the Colts pulling it out 31-30. And I got one of Cornell's guys dropping an extra point to tie it up at the end.
Wow, and that doesn't surprise me if one of his receivers drop a touchdown late in the game. Now, what I got to say about the Colts coaching staff, Wayne, I was talking to Coach Wayne before the game, and he was a little nervous because he's a defensive coach. He's not an offensive coach. And watching that game, man, he put together a good offense in the second half that just blew through the Cardinals secondary like it was water going Moses parting the sea. You know, so hey.
The hidden guru.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
One more thing about the Colts. I mean, hopefully the quarterback shows up on time this week because they started off with their backup quarterback, but I believe he went in there and threw 2 touchdown passes. So I guess the Ravens are really struggling on defense.
Wow. So hey, we have our predictions in. We can do a little bit of talking about this guy here with the Cowboys here. I'm really impressed with his coaching this year, his team, but. You do know that you got a lot of ones over there, brother. You're stacked with ones.
You won, man.
You're stacked with ones, and you know what? That's how you're going to win this championship. But like I said, I predicted it during the rally night. It's going to be Panthers Cowboys in that Urban Bowl this year.
Yeah, I believe if he loses, he needs to go. I mean, you can't lose with that kind of roster and not win a championship. All the pressure's on him.
You have a lot of ones on your team?
No.
You have a lot of ones on your team?
No.
It's pretty hard to get guys to play for you when you don't win, you know. You don't win championships. Guys don't like to go to franchise, you know, they can't win chips, you know. If you can sit there and talk about regular seasons and, you know, how great you were in the regular season, come on, man.
Listen,
Championship.
you guys are getting these players
It's
on
real.
on pure McDonald's from Michael Couch. I'm putting it out there. They're getting these illegal sandwiches
That's
and
right,
they're bribing
that's
these players to play each week. But Eric, yeah, man, I think this is gonna be a good week.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to mention too, if Mike Couch take care of his people. You know, he take care of his kids, he take care of his coaching staff. You know, and I was talking to Pastor Mark, you know, from the Lions. You know, he was trying to get me to go over there. You know, but he wasn't making me an offer I can't refuse.
He can't afford you.
No,
That's what it is.
If he can make me an offer, I will go over there and turn that franchise around.
Wow.
But you know, it's the money, Mark. You got to show me the money, Mark.
And that says a lot.
He talks. And Pastor Mike, that man is blessed.
And that says a lot. Let's see if we can change Chris around, bring him up to a winning record.
Oh yeah.
This week.
You're under
I'll
500.
be 8-4. I'll be 8-4.
You're under
I'm
500.
6-0, baby.
Wow.
6-0.
And you know what? I'm really impressed with Buddy and Leo. How I really thought Chris was going to be the pick and guru, but we're going to see. We're going to see. And I mean, and that's it for Timoteo TV for week 2 predictions.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to change the way your team looks, come to play. Hard work, gentlemen. Hard work.
Study tapes, coaches. Study
War
tapes.
room.
That's what the war room is there.
Defense.
Yeah, because they don't look like we have.